How does God see the people all around us? What does he want for them?
Jesus said, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full."
He wants to bring them close to himself, like a farmer bringing in a harvest.
Jesus said, "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few."
So we're invited to follow Jesus and find life in him.
But we are also called to help others to follow him, to bring in the harvest.
Being a follower or disciple of Jesus involves also being a disciple maker.
Every follower of Christ has been given a special commission. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations. This isn't just a pastor's job, and it's not something we're meant to do alone. But we can each be a part of the process of leading people into a relationship with Jesus that transforms their lives and the lives of those around them.
5 elements are important to being an effective disciple maker.
We call them the 5 marks. Jesus.
I don't deserve the love that Jesus has for me. I don't deserve him being nailed to a cross. It's that I can go up to heaven, but I've received that.
Jesus is your Lord. That's going to impact every decision you make, and your entire thought process, how you treat people, what you think of yourself. So all these things are impacted when Jesus becomes the Lord of your life.
Anything that I have that's of worth to give to anybody else, no matter who they are, has to come from my time with God. Has to come from knowing him and walking with him and listening for his voice.
The Word.
For me, being in the Word on a daily basis is it's kind of the foundation for my day.
Without a firm foundation in the Word, I find it's my own words that I'm using to encourage someone else. So by filling up on his Word and his guidance, that equips me to then pour out truth into someone else's life instead of just my opinions or my thoughts for that day.
When you have somebody stand or come alongside of you and read the Bible with you and encourage you, you have somebody to keep you accountable. You have someone to push you and challenge you in your faith.
Community.
I think the number one way that Navigators has helped me in my daily walk with Christ is the community. Being able to have somebody who can speak into our weaknesses as well as encourage us in our strengths is just incredibly important.
For me personally, it's benefited keeping me accountable, helping me out when I'm struggling, and then just kind of providing that community that I can go to when I'm having a rough time and just fellowship with believers.
It has given me that piece of family that I so long for, being away from my physical family.
Generations.
But if I bring somebody in to hold me accountable, I'm that much more motivated to stay on track.
To have a mentor allows you to ask those questions and allows you to share life with a person that cares for you and is willing to spend time, energy, and prayer for you.
When I'm meeting with people on a very regular basis, it's more about let me see how I can invest in him in a way that's honoring to God, in a way that Jesus kind of invested into people with love.
The lost.
It's not necessarily what you say or the Bible verses that you can quote. While that's incredibly important to your walk with God, it's the life that you lead. So when I'm around them and I'm optimistic, I'm joyful, I have something positive to say right off the bat, people pick up on that.
And as we put those kinds of people that aren't Christ followers or maybe not even interested in being Christ followers, as we put them in our lives and allow them to come in and be close to us, and we model for them naturally what we do and how we live, I think that's a pretty powerful thing.
We don't have the power to save anyone. That's not our job. That's God's job, but we can plant those seeds.
As Jesus lived among ordinary people, he called a few to an extraordinary adventure. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Their greatest legacy wouldn't be wealth or a career or even family. They would change the world through generations of people, transformed by the good news of Jesus. We've been invited into that same kind of adventure. It's normal to feel inadequate for the task, but the love of the Father encourages us, the sacrifice of Jesus frees us, and the power of the Holy Spirit strengthens and guides us. We get to co-labor with the Lord to restore what's been broken. We get to make disciples. We get to advance the gospel of Jesus and his kingdom. This privilege should take our breath away.
For me, it always goes back to the very beginning, knowing Him and walking with Him.